tuned the same, but also the viola is tuned the same, the cello is an octave higher. So this is like, this is the thing. Hi there, my name is Matt Small. I'm the artistic director and founder of Small Art Music Projects. This is my daughter Rosie.
Hi.
And we've been doing instrumental music workshops for kids and their families for many years now. And with this video series, we wanted to show you how you can do some home simulations of instruments that we feature in our workshops. We've worked with instruments from all over the world, many different cultures, and the ones we're going to feature in today's video are the Woodblock and a Guiro. So let's start with the Woodblock. The Woodblock is a pretty simple instrument, but it's been around in many ancient cultures from Africa to Asia. It's a very common percussion instrument, and it's usually made out of these wood blocks. This is just one example of it. There's many different ways to have wood blocks. It usually has a slit that's carved on the side of it and a hole in the middle of it, so it can get a little bit more of a reverberant sound. On this one, there's 5 of them, so you go from the larger ones have a lower tone, and the smaller ones have higher tone. So that's the example of a woodblock. And so for the home simulation, I just brought together, so this is for you, you can hold that and that one. For home simulation, we just use simple Tupperware, a to-go Tupperware piece that's plastic. These 2 consumer jars that are both plastic, so they have plastic lids, and then a tea lid that has a metal lid, so that'll have a slightly different sound. So I'm going to use chopsticks to give you those sounds. So why don't you do the bottom to top again?
In rhythm?
No, just do a bottom to top, play the sound.
Great,
Nice, and so I'll go. I just have 4 of them. She's got 5 notes. So let's just try playing for a second. This is just a little simple demonstration. I'm using chopsticks. You're using more real sticks that go with these instruments. So go ahead and play. Let's. You want to start something? Let's just play. Let's play without a metronome. Let's just play, and we'll try to stay in rhythm. We'll just play something. You start off. Nice. How are we doing? It's good, right? These don't sound exactly like the woodblock, but it's a good simulation of how to have 4 simple tones that basically function similar to what a woodblock would function as. Yeah, great, nice. And so we do have a metronome here, so we're going to try to do one thing. One great thing to do is to either play, if you have a metronome at home, they're great to play along with, and great for your kids to use them and just play along with. It gives them a good sense of what a regular beat, what playing with a regular beat is like. Also, they can just use their favorite song to play along with is great as well. And so let's try this. Let's do another one. Let's do a fast one. That was it. Let's try to play there. Do something fun. You count off. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, no, sorry. Count. I'm correct. Do count over here. 1, 2, 3. You did exactly what I said. Okay, you count off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Give me cut off. Nice, good. Okay, great. So that's messing around with the wood, a real wood block, and then your simulation with the plastic little Tupperwares and jars, and a metal jars also has a nice sound too. And so let's move on to the Guiro, which is a little bit similar. A Guiro is a really cool percussion instrument. Hand me one of those would be great. Yeah. And a Guiro is from Puerto Rico and Cuba. They're very common in Latin music. And the thing that distinguishes a Guiro from a woodblock are these little ridges that a Guiro will have on it. You can take the stick and you get a sound like that. We did another video that was about a Zydeco tie, which is a simulation of a washboard for a Zydeco band. And it has the similar concept of using these ridges to make sound. So that's your Guiro sound. We've got 2 different ones. We got this large one. We've got a smaller one that functions as a multifunctional kind of woodblock, and the little Guiro part of it is this little part here that has the ridges on it. So that's going to give a different sound than just the. So the Guiro has that sound to it. Why don't you play this one, and right here. And so let's try playing those for a second.
Do you want this?
No, use that one. Use that one. That's good. And let's do this, and then we'll try another little example. Let's keep this. We'll just do a quick fast one. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice. Great. So that's using we're both using the ridge part, yeah, and the hitting as a woodblock. Another example of that ridge surface, if you happen to have this sort of washboard style closet, this is a wood slat, so it has kind of a similar sound to. So why don't you try? Let's try you play only with the ridges, and I'll play only with ridges, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, we'll use our metronome here again. Ready? 1, 2, and go. Great, awesome, great. So we've got this surface here, the same as the Guiro surface. So those are two really good instruments, and share with your kids at home, share the little bit of the STEAM and STEM aspect of this, where if you're exploring in your house, find something with ridges, or if you're creating the woodblock simulations, involve them in how to create a simulation for a real instrument, so they can kind of have a sense of the link in the real world to the link at home with what you can do. Another good simulation for the Guiro here is you can use a pot and a little plastic fork, and the pot, you can see it, has ridges on it, so it's another good one. Let's try. Why don't you try doing the Guiro? You do Guiro again. Yeah, and let's use give the sound. First, let me give the sound of this. So that scraping sound, the thing that gives that ridge sound, is in the pot. And what's hard about this, when you're doing this, it's actually hard to play. The technique of this is in playing, if you have a rhythm, a song that you're performing with, or with the metronome, to play in rhythm requires technique. And so as you're messing around at home with your kid can experiment with trying to develop just a little bit of technique so they can actually play in rhythm. It's hard for me as a professional musician to do it, but it's fun that you can sort of experiment at home and explore the different technique aspects of playing even a home instrument. Okay, so let's try that same. Let's try to do something else. I'll play this. Let's try to play all of our stuff that we have, okay? Okay, ready?
So I'll do.
Oh, and then we also have one more thing. We have a frog woodblock. We have a frog woodblock that we'll try to play also. That has a little Guiro top. And functions as both a woodblock and has a little Guiro aspect to it. Okay, let's try to play everything. We'll do a last one. We'll just trade off. But let's do if the metronome's on. If I switch instruments, you keep playing. So don't stop playing. Okay. We'll try to keep it.
Am I going to switch, or am I going to?
Yeah, switch. Yeah, pick whatever you want.
I'll do between the Guiro and woodblock.
Our challenge is to stay with the metronome.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's see if we do it. Ready? You count off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice, great. There we go. So we played across our whole battery of stuff. We have our ridged pot. We've got our woodblock simulation. We've got our Guiros, different types of Guiros. So enjoy messing around with those at home and try to find some good home simulations, and enjoy exploring all the different home simulations you can do for your Guiro and your woodblocks. Thanks so much. but also the viola is the same as the cello is the octave higher. So this is the basically a viola. It's not a true cello sound. Say the first string, and tune the same, but also the viola is the same as the cello is the octave higher. So this is the basically a viola.